Hi, welcome all of you to the channel of boompjekappen.nl. Mostly tree videos, but sometimes melting videos. My name is Ricardo and today we're going to melt some aluminum cans. And with some, I mean a lot. And with a lot, I mean, yeah, really a lot. Almost 4,000 of them. Yes, you heard me, almost 4,000 of them. Ricardo, who lives in the Netherlands, The Hague, the beautiful green city, right? He collected all these cans on his way to work. He reached out to me because his garden was full of cans and he wanted to melt them into beautiful ingots. But the real reason these 4,000 cans are actually here and not somewhere else where they should belong, in the bin or back to the supermarket to collect some deposit money. They are actually here, and the reason why is so sad. On his way to work, Ricardo likes to pick up all the beverage cans he sees on the ground. And Ricardo is a kind of statistic guy, so he collects them, then he brings them home or to work and then to home. And at home he cleans it, crushes them, and he kept record of which kind of beverage cans he finds. A staggering 40% of all these cans are energy drinks. And those are regularly energy drinks and those all Red Bull drinks. We got here Coca-Cola. Now you may think 4,000 cans is an incredible number to find on your way to home. And yes, I agree. But are you sitting? Because you will fall down if you hear this. Ricardo started collecting on May 9th and stopped on August 15th, which means 98 days, but also a lot of weekend days and holiday days. So the total days he spent collecting all these cans, these almost 4,000 cans, is only 57 days, which means an average of almost 70 cans per day on the same route. He took every day from his home to his work, almost 1 mile, just 1 mile back and forth to work every day, one time. He finds almost 70 cans thrown away by people in The Hague, and he collected them. And now, 57 walking days later, almost 4,000 cans are here. Ricardo reached out to me, and what he wants is for every type of beverage can, for example, these are alcoholics, slightly larger cans, half a liter, and the rest are all sodas and energy drinks, which vary from 0.25 to 0.33 liters per piece. But he wants them melted by piece. So we're going to melt the soda cans, right, as you can see here. So to make one big soda bar, we're going to melt these alcoholic in one big bar, big alcoholic bar. The energy drinks in one big bar. But there is something happening in the Netherlands. Since April 1st, 2023, almost a couple of months ago, the government started to introduce deposit money on beverage cans. For every can you buy, you have to pay 15 additional cents, which the store will return to you if you bring them back in one piece, not dented. And we've got here a bag. In the Netherlands it's statiegeld. And in this bag are 560 pieces of cans. For example, this Heineken. This one could have been brought back to the store and collected 15 cents. And instead of that, they throw it out. And almost 560 of them. Which means if you bring 560 good cans back to the store, you get 84 euros back. But these had all dents in it or were crushed down by the foot by people and thrown away. So these cannot be collected in the store. And today we're going to melt them. This is going to be quite a big project. I'm going to spread out the melt of all these cans in several days. And today we're going to start, and I'm going to start with the alcoholic beverage cans. These are 629 cans. If you're going to melt cans, you should know that cans are not made only out of aluminum. They also contain plastic on the inside to avoid oxidation, and on the outside they have paint. So if you're going to melt cans, you are going to melt those too. I will melt the cans in the Devil Forge 10 kilogram melting furnace. I use the crucible, my steel one, which can contain around 15-16 pounds of aluminum at the same time. I use a steel one because the shape will make better use of the inside chamber of the furnace, so I can melt a lot of more aluminum at the same time, and this way I might be able to pull one huge ingot out of each bag of cans that Ricardo sent me. If you use a steel crucible, make sure that the pressure you use on your pressure gauge is low, because if you burning too high you will burn through the steel, and that is obvious not what you want. So I filled up the crucible. Now I'm going to place the crucible inside the furnace. As you see here, the pressure is really low, just as low as you can get to get a blue flame running. As soon as it starts melting, I'm going to add all these cans also to it. If you got a puddle of molten aluminum inside of the crucible, it should go really fast. This is going really well and really fast, but as you can see, I got a leak in my head gasket. It is very hot outside. The first bag is almost done. I just throw them on to get a heat and then push it in. The first one is empty. Let's open up the next one. Those were around 200 cans. These are 400. The last one. Maybe you wonder, did that guy just threw 629 cans in one crucible? Yes, he did. We'll give it a final heat. You see there's a lot of dross, or I don't know how you call it. Maybe slag, all kind of impurities and other stuff out of it. And what remains is the aluminum, or aluminium, as you might call it. And my guess is it should be around 5 kilos. But we're going to pour it and then we're going to weigh it. This should get us one huge aluminum bar of, I guess, at least 5 kilograms. In the meanwhile, I have this next bag. This is Coca-Cola, 362 pieces, which we're going to melt right now. While we are melting this bag, the ingot will cool down, so we can release it very soon. Wow. Last one. Well, this one is cooling off. This one has been poured beautifully. A little bit lower, less cans of course, 362. I guess maybe 3 kilos. We're gonna cool them down and weigh them. Juist. Beautiful. Beautiful Coca-Cola ingot. Or bar, what you call it. Alright, now we have these two beautiful bars. We're going to proceed with another species of cans, which are the Red Bull cans. Alright, this is going really well. The bag is almost empty, and for once the smell coming off of this is really nice. I think the neighbors can finally be happy with me once. The last one. Now we give it a final heat. Then remove all the dross or slack, or what you might call it. Then we're going to pour one beautiful bar. It was 700 small cans. I hope 5.5 kilo would be nice. Nice. Another beautiful large bar made out of Red Bull cans. While we let this bar cool down to release it from its mold, we're going to pick the other energy cans from all the different brands. In this bag are 600 of them, in the smaller bag 194, which means total almost 800, and we're going to try to put it in the crucible at once. Last one. Same procedure, let it heat up a little bit to get it all really good melted, and then remove the dross. Then we're going to pour. Another huge bar from the other energy drinks, the other cans of the energy drinks. We got 3 bags left: soda cans, deposit money cans, and miscellaneous. Now we're going to do the soda cans, which are 672. And the last one. Another great huge bar. This is going really great and more important, very efficient. If you are a follower of my channel, mainly 3 videos, you know I like to work efficient, money-wise and energy-wise, and that is what I'm doing today. We've got 2 bags left. In this bag are 560 deposit money cans who were crushed and couldn't be brought back to the store. All the cans we've done so far were produced pre-deposit money era in the Netherlands. So those were all waste cans. These could have brought 84 euros, but now we're going to melt them. Statiegeld, deposit money, the last one. So this is the last bag. All kind of pieces and foils he found. Now we're going to melt this. This is the final one. I use a different mold now because it's just a little bit of aluminum. Nice small bar of the miscellaneous. Do you remember the bags? The large blue ones, the white ones. And now these 7 bars are all that is left. A day later, the bars have cooled down and now we're going to weigh them. First, the alcoholic bar. 5.5 kilograms, nice. And the Coca-Cola bar, almost 3 kilos. And the Red Bull can bar, also almost 5 kilos. And the other energy can bar, 5.5 kilos, nice. And the soda can bar, 5.2 kilos. And the deposit money bar, 3.8 kilos. And miscellaneous, 0.8 kilos. As you can see, I labeled all the bars, and if you add all the numbers, this is a grand total of just over 28 kilograms of aluminum. 28 kilos out of 4,000 cans mean an average yield of around 7 grams per can. Of course, it depends on the size of the can, but average around 7 grams. And a lot of slag. I am so glad, and I think my neighbors too, that all the bags of cans are gone and now these beautiful ingots or bars are here. And now I can contact Ricardo so we can pick them up. Before I started this project and Ricardo contacted me, I saw another soda can melt of 8,500 pieces, much more than I had, and it took this guy 40 hours of melting, 150 euros worth of propane. And to be honest, I regretted my decision to help Ricardo melt all those cans, because it was going to take a lot of time and money, and that was not the intention. But I think because of the huge steel crucible, I was able to fit hundreds of cans at once, up to 800 at one time, at once in the furnace, and this way I was working really efficient, time-wise and money-wise. This melt took me in total around 7 hours to melt almost 4,000 cans, and if we add them up, there was some miscellaneous in it. I think between 3,800 and 3,900 grand total. But it took me almost 7 hours, and I guess around 35 euros worth of propane. And I think that is not bad at all, so I'm very happy with the result. Of course, I sent some pictures to Ricardo and he's very happy also. But right now he's not in The Hague, the Netherlands, but he's in London, England, for work. So when he's back, he's going to collect them. I want to thank Ricardo for the opportunity he gave me to melt all these cans. And with that also the opportunity for you to watch this video and learn how to melt those cans very quick and efficient. Of course, I want to hear what you think about the video and the whole process of melting the soda cans. Please let me know below the video in the comment section what you think of the video. Did you like it? Please put a thumbs up, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye!